just would like to go back to the fear that you must live with, because you've seen family members. You saw your grandfather and your aunt and then your mother all die of the disease. And then you get diagnosed with the disease, and the diagnosis, testing positive for Huntington's means guaranteed you will get the disease, unlike most other diseases. So you know it's coming. And you've now described that you're actually starting to experience some of the early stages of the movement disorder. So how much do you think about where it's going?
Well, right now I'm pretty conscious of it as, a lot. Like I said, I'm very mindful of my movements. And so for me, that's a bit of a problem because I am so, aware of what's going on with me. It'd be almost better if I was in denial because then I wouldn't be,
Well, you said your mother was in denial.
Right.
Right to the end?
Right to the end.
And do you think that served her?
That's the way she dealt with it.
Yeah. But of course, you can't choose to be in denial. You're not in denial.
Right.
You're fully aware of everything.
Right.
Just so people who are watching this can have some sense, what is the end stage like? What is it like at the end?
Well, you basically lose control of all of your muscles. Imagine trying to, just talk to someone. You can't because your tongue's moving all over the place.
Yeah.
You're.
Like this car with its 100% recyclable body. It's simply a reflection of our thinking.
What?
I'm like you like the tangles in my hair.
Oh, you don't like the tangles in your hair? Nah, I don't either. It's easy to get with my hair, too. When was the last time you had your hair cut? Long time? Having Kathy come down and give it a cut sometime.
I can't.
Huh?
I'm looking for the comb.
You were looking for the comb? I'm sorry, what was that? Scissors? Why, so you can cut your hair? Might be best to let someone else do that for you. You got some places that are kind of hard to get to.
Yeah.
That's not how I want to live.
Anything worse than that, actually.
I don't want to live like that.
Yeah. Do you ever think of, it's a tough subject, but suicide. So that you don't ever have to get to that point.
I have, yes. I've thought about that. Yeah. I will find a way in my life,
Yeah.
And whether that is with the help of family or my own self, it's going to happen.
Do you have some anger that this isn't legal in this country? Except maybe in the state of Oregon?
Right. I think it's ridiculous, that, you can't help someone, If, people want to, end their life, I think that, they should be able to, and especially like in the case of my mom, or me. If I get that bad, when that time comes, I don't want to live like that.
Right.
It's it's a prison sentence.
Yeah.
Basically, what are they doing? They're putting you in a room, where you basically just, that's where you stay in that room.
It's a prison sentence with absolutely no chance of parole.
Right.
And
a death sentence.
The only
basically.
crime you've committed is you've got the wrong genes.
Exactly. Yep. So it does piss me off.
Yeah. Again, it's politics that gets in the way of humanity.
Right.
Yeah. I know you're in a support group. Does this get talked about in the support group?
I'll be honest with you. It's now that I think about it, suicide really doesn't. Now that I think about it, doesn't really get talked about that much.
You think they're just afraid to talk about it?
Probably, or it's a taboo subject, So, I think it's a taboo subject in our society, and so it's the same thing with my support group. I'm just part of society, It's just there's certain things that you just don't talk about.
I led support groups for a long time for people with cancer and with AIDS, back before the AIDS cocktails came out, when AIDS was a death sentence. And I heard a number of people say that, and it always caught me off guard, they said, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm wondering if you've thought about that. What's your view on that?
I felt that way too. It was kind of like a wake-up call. Life is precious, We have to live these moments, live each day, because we're not living forever. Everyone's no one's getting out of here alive, and it was just kind of like this. It basically kind of helped. Me dealing with it was the way that I did helped me become a better person.
Having the diagnosis, having the disease, has helped you to live each day as it comes, to live more in full contact with the present moment.
Right. Yeah, so what's happened for me is it's been a wake-up call, because it's like me realizing, life's short, It wasn't like like some people have a near-death experience. It wasn't like necessarily a near-death experience when I found out that, but it was it had the same effect on me. It was just like, wow, I need to wake up here and start living my life.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So for me, it really helped me find some direction in my life.
Yeah. It's sad that's what it takes. I think it's that way for most of us.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I think we need something traumatic like that to happen to us in order to wake us up out of our sleep, our daily life.
Well, Chris Furbee, this has been such a pleasure for me and a privilege. I just am so grateful for you sharing from your heart, really honestly, what it's like living with Huntington's, what it's like living with a life-threatening disease, and showing us how you've taken charge of your life, and how being given that diagnosis, even though unless some miracle cure comes along, it's not going to end well, and yet that's driving you to take charge of your life and living life as full and as complete as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So
thank you very much.
You're one of my heroes.
It was my pleasure to be here, believe me.
I put you right up there with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Reeve.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's high praise. Thank you.
Stephen Hawking, and a lot of other people who aren't as well known, but who are also heroes, who are pointing the way for the rest of us.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
And I wish you luck in your documentary.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, look for that on my website, huntingtonsdance.org. Huntingtonsdance.org.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is present. One of the genes has 43 repeats. Okay? So this tells us that the gene is there, but the exam tells us that you are fine.
What will we do if we have no money? Oh, true lovers, what will we do then? we'll walk up and down for a hungry crowd, and we'll